What's good, YouTube? Today we're back here with another market watch. A lot of weird things have happened with the announcement of Link Monsters and then the results of YCS Seattle. The first thing of note is a lot of people have gone to playing 2 Daigusto Emerald instead of 1. And with that, the secret rares here look to be a lowest of about $40 now. Wow. Even the gold has gone up to about 25. I'm pretty sure that was about the norm, though. I think it was at like 20. Yeah, you see the normal price is 26 already. So, not much changing there, but the secrets now have started to spike alongside to match the mid-rarity against the DTs that have been pretty high for a while now, too. Is it deserving? Yeah, I mean, you have a lower rarity option that is almost a 2-for-1 trade, you know, 40 versus, you know, 50. I could see why people want to upgrade into Secret Rare. It looks very, very nice, has that nostalgic feeling of players who might have played back in the day with the Secret Rare versions. And then, of course, the DT is almost, again, the 2-for-1 here, 80 versus 70. So it's just like that upgrade price, but you can still get your gold rares for 25 a piece right now. And as we see, there's a light play foreign, and then we see the lowest secret is actually from Latvia, but shipped to US at about 40, and then 40 on eBay as well. So you save a couple dollars, I think, kind of, if you're coming over here. Not really. Yeah, it's like 38, almost barely, you know, if you're shipping all the way from Latvia, and then it's dead even, actually. But a lot of TCG Player on this market watch is going to be crazy expensive. But one card that's actually cheaper as well is Spiritual Beast Rampengu, which spiked like crazy because of links also. As you see, the normal's 170 and it's at 350 here. A lot of people are trying to hype the deck. And there's almost no copies on here. Blackstone also pretty low at 4. Then you see $8, and that's kind of what it was at before. But these two sellers have lowered their price, but that's only 3 copies that are low here. And then you see eBay, a low of $5. So you can actually save a couple bucks on this one card as well, going to TCG Player. But the rest is pretty crazy, such as Ultra Book of Moon. We're seeing this played in a lot of people's decks. They either tend to choose Forbidden Chalice or Book. It just turns off Trident completely. And this has more versatility also for, like, stymieing your opponent's turn, whereas Chalice can be more of an aggressive and defensive card, just like this card. Like, both quick plays very good, but we see only this. There's only one seller, and they're actually light played at $40, so completely bought out on TCG Player. Yet we go over to eBay and we see $19, $19, $19. It was actually completely sold out on eBay as well, $3. The collector's market is going really crazy with the link card announcements, but this is also played in the meta. It's basically like people seem to be investing in collection cards. And I don't blame them. It seems a lot safer, you know, like to be able to pick up those kinds of things. Excuse my hair, just got back from the gym, so it's probably a bit crazy. Infernal Barrier, first edition. There's only one on TCG Player at $50, and the rest are light played, etc. Normal price $281 for the secrets overall. And it's still that way for the unlims. I guess Glasgow hype, maybe? I don't know, guys. But we actually see, as well on eBay, the only listings are for 40 and then 50 some odd from Australia. Pretty weird. So if you want to make a quick buck or lower the price, break out your Infernal Barrier first eds, list them at 20, because I do not think this is warranted at all. But the buyout was complete on first ed near mints through all prices, which is pretty impressive because I know some people were probably holding the line at way more than like $5, probably like 8s, 10s, waiting for it, and they're completely sold out of every single near mint copy. Very, very interesting. Just this $50 one on TCG Player if you want to list there as well. But definitely you can probably start stymieing the price of this if you are not a believer like me. I don't believe it at all. Very similarly, Book of Moon, if you list your Ultras now, you know, put them at 20, maybe they'll actually sell. Or if you believe, keep it. But again, I'm not a believer in these prices. They're very inflated, in my opinion. There's a lot of hype circulating around it, even though they're collection cards. But again, I've been wrong. Collection could just spike over time. We haven't seen a collection market like Pokemon, really. Like, first set LOB is highly valued, and a few first set MRD cards like Mirror Force, and then TP cards. But past that, there's not really too many collector's cards besides like Retro Pack. So we could be seeing our first kind of like multi-set collection spikes, but I think it's still inflated. Zodiac Barrage, we see it's, last time we checked in on it, it was 110 lowest on TCG Player, and now we see it's at 86, but even more surprisingly on eBay, there's listings for 77, 80, there was a 75 last night that sold, and then you see the rest of them are trash listings for the most part, even though this man sold 203 of his lots. Oh, but yeah, basically, Barrage is just going down mainly because Seattle's over. Everybody that needed it to rush and get theirs for the event got theirs. Atlanta is coming. The UDS is coming. That insane weekend with 2 foreign YCS is the same weekend as the UDS are coming. But a lot of people think the deck is going to be hurt by Link Summoning, but we've already seen that it has 1-card combos to go into Link, Emerald, and Trident still. I think it's still a very good deck, but I guess people that got theirs need to get theirs, and now it's settling. A lot of people gave advice to sell after Seattle. 100 was a lot, but it could have kept going up as well. It's just interesting to see it start to fall back, and it should be interesting to see where it lands at, too. I don't see it going under 70 anytime soon, but I hope it does. I hope it goes to 50. But at the same time, I get why it's such a high price, and it is deserving of its price. 30 decks and Top Cut played Zodiac engines. Insane. Just completely insane to see that kind of a dominance. A lot of people could be scared that it's going to get hit too and be getting rid of it. Gateway to Chaos. $26 for a super rare out of docks. The price is false. We go to eBay and there were just too many copies from certain sellers to completely buy out. So it looks like it was only a partial buyout on TCG Player. This guy only has 9 left though, as you see. He was holding the line completely, and he's almost getting bought out. I do not understand this hype. Tell me in the comment section down below if you understand the hype, but it is starting. There were multiple sellers with high listings last night, and one of them got completely bought out, and this guy's almost bought out. And then the line quickly does start to rise. So what is the Gateway to Chaos hype, the BLS hype here? I really don't know. I can't justify this. But somebody just bought them all out here, and there's still multiple sellers trying to hold the line really high. Doesn't make sense. So if you want to set the new price on TCG Player, feel free to list. Maybe you'll make a sale at like 15 or 10, but the real price is still, you know, 7 over here. Like I said, TCG Player is a little bit higher on a lot of cards, and by a little bit I mean double in a lot of places, but just higher overall, it seems, for a lot of cards. It's still worth it to check both, as always, because independent sellers do sell on both. And another example of this is Reborn Tengu. It's actually gone up on TCG Player versus where it went down on eBay. It definitely is just interesting to see that it's continually going down and down and down on eBay. This guy's sold 40 of them at 8. There's a $7 listing, $9 listing, $9 listing, yet all the 12s seem to have sold out on TCG Player, and it keeps going up on TCG with only 4 sellers here on the Ultras and 17 sellers on the Supers, yet we only see light plays to start, so let's see exactly where the low line is on the Supers. $14. So the rest are light played. So almost half the price. Somebody was like, what is up with Reborn Tengu? But this is why you check both. It's just seeming to fall pretty fast over here. The hype is links because you can use it for a link and then you get a free another one and then you can link up into another link. It does make sense. It's kind of cool, but again, you've got to get more monsters out with him. So you would have to pair it with something like Brilliant Fusion. Of course, it can be done. I don't know, though. I can't justify buying this card, but I think a playset at 15 wouldn't be the worst to be ready, but I think it'll keep going down from the... It was initial sparked hype by the mechanic, and the mechanic is far, far off. This is just a card I didn't know. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, the Supers, holding the line at 450. Epic has them listed at $5, second lowest. It's really interesting to see this card that I just didn't know about, the supers being like a $5 card basically. And we see on eBay it's like $4.30 and then quickly rises to $5 with brand new listings actually below $5. But I just didn't actually know this card was a $5 card, so I wanted to show it off here. It's been $5 for a while apparently. I just didn't know, so I thought maybe you guys didn't know, but sometimes I'm out of the loops on cards like this, but you might have a $5 card you didn't know about. And the final card I'm going to feature here is Night Beam Ultimate Rare. The first eds are around, it looks like $12 on both platforms. So we got a Super Special Awesome Games near mint at $12.23, and I don't think we have another first ed near mint before that. And then we have a $10 from Canada, and then the lowest from the US seems to be $11.39, and then $12. So just some people's choice because you can hit Dimensional Barrier, but if they have another chain, then they can chain the Dimensional Barrier to that chain. You just can't chain directly to Night Beam. But a lot of people are still choosing this as their flavor. Cosmic Cyclone's still sitting around 20, and the commons, of course, of this are insanely cheap, but this is the highest rarity, and I just thought I should mention, hey guys, if you do have this card, you know, sitting in your trade binder, it's worth more than you might have thought it was initially. As you see, the normal for the ultis are $5. So what do you guys think of this this crazy happenings with the collector's cards, like just the buyouts on collector cards? Is that just because they're a good investment, like because links are making everybody like kind of squeamish on the other kind of cards? Like Pendulum's just got almost completely nerfed in the sense that you can't pin from your extra deck except into the extra zones / enabled zones. It's pretty crazy that that's official, but oh man, I guess a lot of people just are wanting cards that they can hang on to long term. Thanks for watching, guys. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and what do you think about this? Should I be showing cards like Black Rose that have stayed that for a while and I just didn't know and share that, or is that something I should just like say, oh okay, that's been at that? And what do you guys think of TCG Player just being across the board more bought out than eBay? Pretty crazy on that front. We haven't seen that kind of disparity in a while.